Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Elizabeth Harbor to the 6th annual Exuma Sailing Club Regatta. I'm here now with my good friend Tamara Nils. You hear Dallas and I all the time, but we've got the best of the best right now.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, Dallas, I hope you heard that. So we're going to get ready now for the E-class race today. I think we're only going to do one race as far as I know. We'll double check that and get back to you because we also want to get into the parents race. So Tamara, welcome.
Thank you,
I think
Reg.
it's the first time you and I are hooking up.
I think so.
So let's have a little fun with this race today. Talk to me about the line. We've got Tanaj, Joss, Emmett. I know who my choice is for this race. Okay, we're not supposed to have sides, but I do, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, he bailed hard to get it back out on the water, Reg.
Yeah, we had Mako is sailing again with Emmett Knowles. You all know that Emmett is my favorite captain, so it's good to see him up and running. We got a start down at in front of the pavilion is where we are. For those of you who want to come out and watch, we're going to be here for another hour at least until the sun goes down. And we do have a race on the water for you right now. E-class. They're going to start in front of the pavilion. They'll come out to a boat that's anchored about a quarter mile offshore, and that will be Clubhouse, which is our committee boat. We have the windward buoy just to our starboard, so we'll be able to see them go around. And if you want to come on out, you can still catch this race. They're going to do 2 laps and then finish back at the pavilion. That is the plan today. So, Tamara, what do you see happening here in this race?
Well, everybody had a clean start, it appears. I can't tell what's happening down there with that last boat closest to Peace and Plenty, but it looks like No Sean's gone off on a port tack away from the fleet. So we'll see if that
halfway to Stocking
pays
Island.
off for him. Yeah, he's got a good little spread out from the rest of them right there. So the rest of them are in here a little closer into the buoy, but they don't seem to be moving quite as fast, so that could pay off very well for him.
Well, there's a couple of boats gone off on starboard, and basically where the wind is right now, that might be a good tack to be on right now, but they've got to cover that boat going off to port, because if they don't, he will get down here and he will be upwind. So that's what we're looking at right now. We're looking at 9 boats, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I count right? I miss anybody, Tamara?
I think there's one more back there.
One behind?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got 10.
Got 10 boats, okay, so I'm missing 2 of them. All right, so we don't know who the 2 going off to on starboard tack are. We'll try and find that out right now. There.
That's Lady L that just tacked back on a port tack right there.
Okay.
That's got little D at the skip or at the tiller of that one.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And then we've got right behind him, he's about to cross from our point of view anyways, with Tanaj on one Bahamas, who's sailing solo this afternoon because the wind has dropped out. And it looks like Riptide just off in front of Tanaj there.
Yeah.
And then Panther all the way back in the back there,
Okay.
closest to Peace and Plenty.
Okay, yep.
Except I think I need to correct this. This may be Joss here, actually. That looks like Joss with the bright orange numbers there. And Lady L is over there by the mail boats. Yeah, that's Joss.
Yep.
Miss Agnes and Mako just cross paths.
Okay.
We got Tyrese McKenzie at the tiller on Miss Agnes. He's sailed it now in a couple regattas and getting his hand for it very well. He's doing really well hanging in there with these guys that have been in these boats a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. So we've got a boat that's tacked over on onto starboard, and she is on a ley line to this mark.
That's No Sean, if I'm not mistaken, in Wavemaker out there.
Now I know that that his dad has been out sailing that boat all day, so they've made some adjustments to it. The problem is, that will No Sean stick to his plan, or will he change it? Right now, he could be in command of this race.
It could be.
Because
it's so tricky when the wind is so light like this. It's really hard to see.
And it's moving around.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's trying to go northeast. but the more it goes to the right, the better it is for him. Right now, his nose is on the mark, and let's find out from Dallas if they're taking that mark. Dallas, come back over. How are we taking the windward mark? Yeah, that's all right. I wanted him to hear me. Okay. So
All right,
this is
so
this is
Mako and
interesting.
Miss Agnes both have a lead on Lady Kayla as of the tack that they just passed them on. Joss is getting ready to cross over, I think, Lady L and Lucayan Lady over there. He should be in front of those boats from this perspective. It appears so.
Is he across?
He's about
I
to
think
be.
he is.
Yep.
Yep, he's across. If this is no Sean over here in what is he in Wave Maker?
Yep.
If he really puts the hammer down now, nobody can touch him. But I guarantee you Josh will seek him out. Cross, Josh.
It sure looks like it from here.
If he doesn't keep falling away.
Yep.
If he doesn't
So
keep
in your
falling
screen
away.
right now, if you're watching it on the live stream, you've got the far left boat there is Wave Maker with no Sean McKenzie and Lady Kayla with Joss Knowles there on the right side of the screen. Those two boats appear to be, I don't know, Mako's still got a good gap up here too, so we can't count them out.
Well, somebody's striking an interesting wind here. Two different winds. Either that or no Sean is not. Is that Mako?
Mako's right here, yes.
Yeah.
Right
well,
off our stern.
because Emmett is in this race all of a sudden. and we can see, we know that no Sean is not sailing on the wind because all the boats are pointing higher than he is. And they're all coming to the mark.
Lady L's got a good lift right there.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the course.
They're all lifting, except no Sean, and he doesn't seem to be sailing very fast at all. Joss is going to get in that same. Sorry. Emmett is in excellent position, but look who's attacking just there. Is that Josh to just tack?
No, Joss is right here. That's Lady L that
So
just
that's
tacked
Lady L
right
is
there.
attacked. Also in
Correct.
good position.
Yep.
But Emmett will come right here. The thing is that they're taking it to port, so he needs to get over there.
It's always interesting on these quiet days when you can hear the sailors all talking to each other and yelling across the course. They're all trying to figure out where to go and what's the best spot to be on. And it's really important on these calmer days to look for those puffs on the water. I know you guys talk about that all the time, but it makes a huge difference when you're out there. From up here, we can see them really easy, but it's a little harder when you're right there on the water to see them.
So that's Agnes that just tacked. 22, is it?
Yes.
And Agnes was the boat we were looking at. She's just now on top of. And it all works out, ladies and gentlemen, because here goes Agnes to the mark, coming in on port. Wave Maker slowly getting to the mark, but will not make this mark. She will not make this mark.
It's always amazing how spread out they can get and then all merge here at the
they're
same time.
Back together.
Yep.
You've got starboard, but you're a mile away, my friend. Agnes going to go right across you. You're going to have the tack to make that mark, too. You got a lot of starboards down there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he took the mark on the wrong side. I thought we said port.
I thought he said port as well.
Dallas, we're seeing a starboard rounding here, and I think there's a bit confusion on. I thought we said port. Over.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So here's Emmett trying to go port around, and no Sean going starboard around. We got Joss trying to go sob it around, and he can't. Emmett is that's
One Bahamas is coming in.
that forced him onto the mark. Yeah, they're hooked up on the mark here. Maybe they're gonna get around. Yeah, yeah. Emmett's around. So now they're both into the wind and drifting backwards. And who is going to come out of this? So that is Kayla.
And then we got Tanaj coming around right behind with One Bahamas staying clear of the mess.
So we're going to have to find out whether Kayla gave enough buoy room there. I don't think she gave enough room.
Wavemaker and Lady L have both doubled back, and they're going around the buoy the correct way. And Lucayan Lady's going to try to squeeze in there as well.
So Emmett is in the on the inside there again.
Going around the mark again.
In the wrong direction. Did not sail the race course. So we will see what the call on that will be.
But they came back, and they went around it the correct way.
Did they?
Yes, they're rounding it right
yeah,
now.
They're rounding right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So unfortunately, that takes away some of your time, but you would rather come back and round it the right way than get disqualified completely.
So that puts One Bahamas and
Lady Kayla.
Lady Kayla at the front of the pack.
No, they're actually in, well, yeah, because Miss Agnes hasn't come back around that buoy. They're way out in the lead, but they never came back. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt them.
So let's see what they do at the lower mark. Now they can do a turn at some point, but I don't think they're going to.
Well, now, Reg, I should know the rule of this, being sloop sailing,
Yeah.
considering who my husband is, but if they don't round that mark, do they get they get points applied, do they not?
They get points applied,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Or taken away.
Correct. So that will hurt them in the overall standing of this particular race for sure, and overall.
So I believe Agnes is around the Lord mark.
Not just yet. That's Panther
That's
still
Panther
trying to come
still
up.
trying to come up. Okay.
Yeah.
He is around.
Dai and Sunny there in Riptide going around the mark.
There's a thing in sailing that you have to sail your proper course.
Mm-hmm.
So if the call is to go starboard around a mark and you go port around a mark, then you did not sail a proper course.
Right.
So we will see what Commodore has to say about that. It should be fun. But I went around the mark. Yes, you did.
The wrong way.
But you did not sail the course.
Unfortunately, we have done that before in Terrian, and it hurts. It hurts. It hurts.
So tell me, Tamara, you're out here on the water. I've seen you do everything on the water.
Taking the sloops, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, but I've seen you out on the end of the pry on Tarian when the guys didn't want to get out there. So what is it that draws you to this sport?
Years ago, when Dallas really had a passion for being involved in it and wanted to really see the youth of Exuma have the opportunities to continue this tradition, and he teamed up with guys like you and Chris Cattell and Trevette and all them fellas at the beginning. I told him, I said, as long as we can be a part of it, let's do this. If we can't be out there with you, then it's just something we want to do as a family. That way we can spend as much time with the boys while they're growing up, as well as Dallas and I can spend each time together, because otherwise we get too busy and we don't see each other.
Well, you're definitely club mom. You know, definitely club mom. When I first met you guys from Dallas, and I got together and actually redid the club, because at the time the club had pretty much disintegrated, and we pulled it back together, reformed it, and took off from there. And that first Saturday morning, we made that call at the College of the Bahamas. We were shocked. Over 100 kids showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an amazing beginning for us, and I must say that we've gone from strength to strength.
Yeah.
And
I just got a call this morning, a guy, when you drive by the cove on days like this, and we've got the flags up and the kids
Yeah.
everywhere and the traffic. They're like, how do I get my kids in sailing?
Yeah.
So
Well, we need some help.
yeah.
We need more coaches, and so right after the regatta, I'm going to be asking Dallas to really have some classes. We're just going to go look for people because we need them. You guys have done an incredible job, but we need more people now. The club has gotten. We have 60 sailors here this week. This is incredible, insane.
Now they're not all 60 of our kids.
No.
But yeah, it is.
But we have
it's a
60
lot.
here.
It's definitely a lot.
Actually, this year we have 3 clubs here, which is fantastic.
It
Grand
is.
Bahama is here, and Long Island is here, and exuma is here. And we talked with the parliamentary secretary in the ministry today, and he is vowing that Andros is going to have a team here next year.
All right.
So there we go.
Sounds good.
We know that Abaco does have a team, Eleuthera.
We would love to get it bigger, but we, like you said, we do need more manpower because when you bring in everybody, that's a lot of extra work. It's a lot of extra equipment. Takes a lot of coordinating, and even with the small numbers, relatively small numbers that we have right now, there's still areas that the ball gets dropped, and there's things that get left undone. And you want all the kids to have an equal opportunity. You want them all to have the best experience possible. And when equipment breaks down or when there's things like that go faulty on them, you really feel bad for them because you know they've come here, they really want to do the best they can, and a lot of that is just extra manpower to help keep everything running and keep kids on the water, keep the repairs up and all that stuff. But we've got some amazing support. Eric is our Mr. Fix-It handyman.
Yeah, we keep talking about you and me and Dallas, but there's a guy in the back there.
Man.
Can't do without.
No, not at all. Mr. Eric is an angel sent straight from heaven for us in our club because he keeps us. He was in at lunch break repairing sunfish so they could go out this afternoon, and he's a miracle worker with all that stuff for sure, and he really puts in a lot of time and love in the backgrounds where the kids don't even see it all the time, but he's phenomenal with that, with the help that he gives the club. And
he's also very good with the kids.
Absolutely.
Very good with the kids.
But then we've also got parents like Steve and Angelique who, when they're here, they're only here about 4 months out of the year, but every practice they're here, they're lifting things, they're putting buoys in and out of the boats for us, they're running around helping kids get boat parts when they break down, towing kids. Like, just extra hands out on the water is such a big difference when you've got the bigger number groups, and it all comes together and works really nicely when we've got extra people and support, and it makes such a huge difference out there for sure.
You know, we get the community support, we get financial support, but you cannot underestimate the need of that physical help being there.
Absolutely.
You know, and that's what we're going to have to go after. Plus, there are other aspects of the club that we want to look at too. Okay, back to racing. Thank you, Tamara. Just a little bit about how we got to where we are, people, and why it's important now that we bring some help on board. Okay, so where are we?
Miss Agnes still has a good, healthy lead right now, and then a little further back, I think we've got Lady Kayla and One Bahamas in that order. And then Mako's gone off on a port tack over there. And Panther is over there as well, but they're still on their first lap. So it's a little deceiving at this particular moment to look at the race course, but they're all moving for sure.
We've got just about everybody on port tack.
Yep.
Just had Agnes tack onto starboard, and she right now seems to be the lead boat by quite a bit. But again, she did not sail the proper course. I do believe that's going to be taken in, and I do not want to prejudge what Commodore will be saying about that. But there's a couple of boats that did not sail proper course, taking the marker on the wrong side, and so that is going to be brought into play at the end of this race. There were a couple of them that went back and made the turn correctly, so that should not be a problem, but the boats that sailed away without making that, correcting that, will have a problem.
Yeah.
And that's kind of sad because
it is.
This is the first series race. We had the cup race yesterday. This is the first series race, and you don't want to get off on a bad foot on the series because we only have 2 more races after this.
Yeah.
The wind is freshened. We thought it would drop out, but we have a good steady breeze now, maybe 10, 12 knots, coming right over Monument, due north, right onto shore, and so the boats are really moving nicely now. So the first boat that we think, that I think, Tamara, I shouldn't say we, I kind of include you in that, is probably going to be either One Bahamas or Lady Kayla.
I think it's going to be Lady Kayla personally, just because I think he's a little closer into the mark and pointing just a little bit higher. But you never know. Once they tack, if that wind adjusts and they shift the wrong way, it's going to be very close. Tanaj does a really good job handling One Bahamas by himself.
He does, yeah.
That the thought of that just stresses me right out. When you add in the start and everything that you have to deal with out there.
Oh, you should have seen him at the Nationals in Nassau. I mean, it was watching it from the shoreline when he would run up and pull anchor and then run back and handle the tiller was just incredible, and still managed to sail overall third.
So the main reason that they would sail it solo on days like this, for anybody that might be wondering, is just the weight and the lightness of the wind. A lot of times, if they decide to go solo, they feel like it'll be to their benefit to have that extra weight out of there. Sometimes it works in their favor, sometimes not so much, but Tanaj does a very good job of handling it. So I think when he feels like it's a benefit to be by himself, I think it doesn't hurt him, because I think he knows how to handle it.
When you say low, you low in the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You've got to get the center of gravity of the boat as low as you can. And so here comes Agnes to the mark. This time he's going to take it on the right side. So all the boats are headed in to the lead mark, to the windward marker, except for one boat that is, I think it's Panther. Is Panther still down along the shoreline?
Their
brothers from Grass still on their first.
Yeah.
And as we come to the mark, we can see this is Joss again trying to point up to the mark, but I don't think he's going to make it. He needs a little tack, which he can take right now. But again, he's hoping for a shift that would let him do it, and he seemingly just got a good shift. Or is he tacking? He is tacking. Okay. I like it when they hear me and
obey instructions.
And obey instructions.
Oh, that's the dream come true right there, Red.
So Agnes is around, and as far as we're concerned, the lead boat now is going to be Kayla, which will come around and followed not so closely by One Bahamas. It's so very important at the start line that you listen to the instructions.
It is.
Because it makes all the difference in the world.
Yep.
I mean, from a race standpoint, if you want to take the windward mark to starboard, there's a path to the windward. If you want to take it to port, there's a path, and both are different. So Kayla's around.
It definitely is a sport that involves and requires all of your focus, all your attention, all your mental capacity at so many times when you're out there, because it's not, and you can tell the difference in the ones that have kind of figured out the way to maintain that focus and the ones that are still just a little scatterbrained or not quite as into it, I guess.
As focused.
Yeah.
Tanaj Manos sails the oldest boat in the fleet. That boat is 20 plus years old, and she's still competing very favorably with most of the fleet. She has a problem with Lady Kayla. Always had a problem with Lady Kayla from the time Lady Kayla came out. But Tanaj has done very well with her.
Yes, he has. Believe we were asked to keep an eye on the windward mark.
Will do.
We've got eyes on it, that's for sure.
We've got eyes on it. And the reason that we're being told caution to look at the windward mark is because we had a real jam up here last time. We're about to have the exact same thing happen again. As this Lady L
Lady L, Mako,
tacking
and
away.
Wave Maker.
So Lady L
Yeah.
tacked away as she should. Wave Maker is going to come around on the inside. Buoy room is being very well executed. And so now Lady L and Mako cannot tack until Wave Maker does. Wave Maker tacks and they all will tack together and come around. Very well done. So we're clear to windward mark. So in fourth place is Wave Maker, Lady L. In fifth, Mako in sixth.
We've got Lucine Lady and Riptide coming up at two very different angles right here.
Same color boats.
Exactly.
I think it's Lucine Lady on the windward, is it? No, it's
No,
Riptide on the windward
yes,
there.
Yeah. Guess they were at different angles because it looked like Lucine Lady just tacked.
Yeah.
So that would make sense for that. Trying to get their place in the train there.
And Riptide will need to tack as well unless we get a shift back. The wind has just shifted back a little to the north, back to the west.
Yeah, they're probably all going to have to tack again.
Mm-hmm. Is that no showing all the way back? No.
No, no Sean's
No,
right here.
No, it's right here.
Right above Lady L.
It's Lady, yeah. He's on wave.
Yeah.
Oh, that's two brothers.
Yes.
Actually reaching quite well to be all that
Yeah.
way out there. All right, guys, we're having a race here, please.
They were really good sponsors the other night at our bonfire, though.
Who's that?
Island Boy.
Oh, okay. That's Evie. Yeah.
They are, the first boat is rounding the downwind right now with Miss Agnes still in the lead. And Lady Kayla's coming up on it very soon.
Just want to remind you
Now
that
this
Agnes
is the finish,
may have,
correct?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Agnes may have a penalty.
Yes.
And so that would leave Lady Kayla, who came around the wrong way but corrected it.
All right,
And
so Lady Kayla got the cannon there.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
We try to be correct, folks, without misleading you. The reason she got the cannon was for the very reason we mentioned earlier.
Yes. I would imagine Dallas is going to try to get one more race in, if at all possible. I'm not sure if he'll do the parent race or...
Well, I'm thinking that he might do the parent race
Yeah.
because Long Island wants to leave early tomorrow. So that is my thinking. So
to beat that weather that's
yeah.
coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a factor in these trips.
Oh yeah, especially going from here to Long Island.
Yes.
Dallas, we're just wondering what the next race is going to be. Come back, please.
I think we're going to do the parents race. It'll probably just be one race. We can line up and maybe stretch the course out to do one race.
Sounds like a plan. That's a Rogers. Standing by. Okay. Okay, so.
One Bahamas is just finished, so they technically would have come in second. Yeah.
And behind one Bahamas would be Wave.
Wave Maker, yeah. They've
and
held
then
on to
Lady
it.
L. I think
I don't know. Lady L and Mako were coming into a very close finish there.
Yeah, on the down leg.
Have to see
Mako
the footage.
may catch her on the down leg.
Emmett's always been a threat on that downwind, whether
Yeah,
it's in an
yeah,
opti or a sloop.
Yeah. It's hard to make out right now. No pun intended.
He's got it right here on the screen.
Yeah.
It's going to be
It's
close,
hard
that's
to tell.
for sure.
Yeah, it's close, but
You got Lando laying on the bow. He's going to make sure he can stretch as far as he can. Just don't fall in.
okay. Mako's around. Kayla's around. They're headed back to the creek. Actually, no, they're back to the dock, I believe, and we're going to try to load up the parent race and get you one parent race in this afternoon.
So you can keep cheering for Mako, Reg, because that's the boat I'm going to be on.
Yeah, I am definitely well, you know, that's my captain. And folks, it's amazing. You know, yesterday we could not sail that boat because having been on dry land or dry dock, she was really taking on a lot of water. The seams were really open. And last night she sank right at the dock as we wanted her to, and today she's sealed up and ready to sail. You were bailing for your life yesterday.
No Sean just finished, and then we've got Lady L coming in next with a good lead there over Mako.
Yeah. So where did Emmett finish? There in front of No Sean?
No, he was 2 boats behind No Sean.
Okay, so he was behind Lady L. He didn't catch Lady L.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Folks, get ready for the fun. The wind is up. We're going to put a parent in a boat with her child or his child, and we are going to go around one lap. We're going to make the course just a little longer. The wind has definitely come up, but this sun will drop very quickly, so we want to get the racers in and get the boats back to safe harbor. They all will be kept at Regatta Point tonight. Okay, so Tamara, thank you so much. I know you want to get Emmett all set for this race. Are you defending champions?
No, we were last year's runner-up, so we're hoping to claim the title this year, but we'll see. We came second to No Sean and his daddy last year.
Okay. Well, they are ready for you again this year. I just spoke to Gold today, and Gold has been sailing all day.
All day. He's warmed up.
so he's ready to go, and so is No Sean. So you're the only outlier here because you have been working the races.
That's right.
Not sailing.
It's all right. Emmett's brain is turned on and engaged, and all I got to do is be physical power on there.
I felt for him yesterday, you know, when he found that he could not sail that boat.
But, you know, I was really proud of him and Lando both because they jumped in Panther. We didn't have any kids there at the time to sail Panther. And Panther is kind of like this forgotten lost child in the club where nobody really wants to get on Panther because she's kind of like the training wheel boat. And she
let's just take a break here and see what Dallas was saying. Dallas, come back.
I'll come pick you guys up so Tamara can get on Mako and you can run the race from overdrive Reds.
That's a Roger. Okay, folks, we're going to leave the broadcast right now. You still are going to be able to see this on the screen. I believe that we are going to, Carson's going to be flying this one and showing it to you. We won't be commenting. We'll just tell you about it afterwards, but you can certainly see it. I don't know whether Dallas will do any. Well, Dallas is racing as well. So both Tamara and Dallas will be racing. I'll be running the races.
We'll see how many things you can juggle, Carson.
See how many things you can juggle, yeah.
Carson is also another unsung hero behind the scenes that is always working hard for us these days. And amazing what he's doing with the sailing app and all this broadcasting, and we really appreciate it, Carson.
And let's talk a little bit very quickly about that. Carson, the sailing app. How do we get that? Can you tell us? Okay. Okay, it's available on Apple Store. It'll be available on Google. Folks, you have never seen anything like this. This is going to change sailing, your knowledge of sailing, the education that you can get about sailing in general, but sloop specifically, sloop sailing, all the boats, all the captains, sizes of the boats, the different classes. this is something you want to go get real quickly because regatta is coming up, and if you want to be in the know when regatta comes, when we start throwing all these terminologies at you, then you need to get the, what is it called, Carson? The ESC,
Oh, no.
the Nassau Family Island Regatta app.
Yep.
Okay, the NFIR or just the whole Nassau Family Island app. So go for it, and we're going to go have some fun now with the parent race, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, stand by. In just a few minutes, this race is going to kick off. So you could stand by on the broadcast. We'll keep the broadcast going for you guys, just so you can stay updated. But I'd say about 5 to 10 minutes, this race will be getting started. This is the parents' race. The parents are excited. The parent gets to sail with their child. We get, who was the defending champ last year?
Gold and no Sean.
Yeah, so no Sean. Gold and no Sean. They are the defending champs, so they'll be defending their title. Tamara and Emmett picked up a second, and so they're excited. We got Dallas. I think Dallas is sailing with Joss this race. Hopefully, Joss doesn't kick him off the boat or throw him overboard. You know, Joss is famous for doing that one.
Dallas promised not to say a word.
Yeah, Dallas is probably not saying anything. He's just going to let Joss take over. But this is going to be an exciting race, guys, and so stay tuned for the action. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm here on the clubhouse boat. And one sec. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the parents' race is about to get started in just a few minutes. The boats are lining up, but you're watching the 6th annual Exuma Sailing Club Regatta. If you missed it earlier, I think Lady L, well actually Wavemaker, I think Wavemaker, they are the defending champs. And then Miss Tamra and Emmett Knowles, they got second last year, so they're going to be fighting again to see if they can place in one of the top spots again. But this is an exciting race. The kids have been looking forward to sailing with their parents, and so this race should be getting kicked off in just a few minutes. My commentators have left the clubhouse boat, and so they're on the water. We've got our Commodore of the National Family Island Regatta, Mr. Dallas Knowles. He'll be sailing with his son. Ms. Tamra Knowles, his wife, will be sailing with Emmett. And then we've got our commentator, Reg. He's actually going to be officiating this race, and so he's going to get them started. And so you guys are stuck with me for the next few minutes, but I'll try to get you guys some nice tight shots of these sailors as they get this race started. Stay tuned for the action.
Bust it, bass sampler, bust it, mothers. Bust it, bass sampler, bust it, mothers.
It's 3 a.m. and I'm waiting for the sun. Lost track of the days, man. Look at this, ain't no fun. Cell phone in my left hand, TV on my right. My mouth extra dry, 'cause there ain't no rum inside. Longing for the days when I was wild and free. Out to everything was lit, not a care or worry. Now it's like I've joined the clan of HMB, but I ain't commit no crime, so please set me free. Lose me, let me go. I don't want the inside no more. Lose me, let me go. This is killing me, that's for sure. So let me out, let me out, let me out, yeah, let me out. Lose me, let me go. I don't want the inside no more. Lose me, let me go. This is killing me, that's for sure, yeah. Mothers, they say we on lockdown? But who into that? I'm tired, yeah. Life inside ain't as easy as it seems. Sit back, let me tell you exactly what I mean. The children stay fighting, days of everything. I'm working like a slave while he sits up like a king. Can I help you? You sit and rest. Come here, babe, let me feel upon the breast. It's a nightmare, this ain't the life for me. I ain't commit no crime, so please just set me free. Lose me, let me go. I don't want me inside no more. Lose me, let me go. Oh, yeah.
Yo, bust it, bass sampler, bust it, mothers.
This girl tell me every time I hear wake and scream play, there is something that wakes inside of me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, what you're watching now is the parents' race. They're getting started for this race. So we have some of the parents have just jumped on the sloops, and so now they're making preparations to start this race. Hopefully the race get kicked off in a few minutes. Just bear with us, and we will be bringing you the start of this race shortly. Sun is going down very quickly, and so hopefully they could get started soon. But as you can see, we are located in beautiful Elizabeth Harbor, one of the most beautiful harbors here in the Bahamas, the most beautiful. You could see in this harbor we had about 450 boats this year. Some of them have begun to leave already, but we still got quite a few. But this is the parents' race. Our parents have jumped on board with their kids, and they're excited to be sailing with them. And so they are about to get to the starting line to make their first sequence. I have the committee boat. They're going to be giving me the cue 2 minutes before the start. Of course, my commentators have left me, so you guys are stuck with me for the next few minutes, but I'll try my best to give you guys some nice footage of the race. And of course, the boats that I can make out, I'll make sure that I call those out for you. But if you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. Let us know which boat you're rooting for. Right here looks, and so they're getting us started. Nice tight shot of them right there. Dallas and his son Josh Knowles. Josh just won the Sir Knowles Regatta, also the best of the best. And so he's been doing an incredible job as a young sailor coming up. So we're gonna hang right here at the starting line. Looks like we got about 2 more boats. Just needs to get in line, and then we're gonna get this race started. If you haven't already done so, we've got a new app for the National Family Island Regatta that's coming up in about 3 weeks. So if you are an Apple user, an iPhone user, you can just visit your Play Store and search for National Family Island Regatta. Go ahead and grab the app. We're going to be doing a lot of cool things in there. Right now, you have the opportunity to choose your favorite boat. During the week of regatta, we're going to be doing something very interesting. We're going to allow all of our users, or basically everyone out here at the regatta site, they're going to be able to vote for their favorite food stall, their favorite shack. They're also going to be able to vote for their favorite boat. And then I heard there are going to be prizes for those boats, for the winning votes. And so that's going to be exciting. But right now in the National Family Island Regatta app, you can meet the skippers. We've got a nice bio of all the skippers there. You can see all of the registered boats. You can also see some of the previous winners of the regatta. And so we're going to continue to get that updated. But if you are an iPhone user, you just visit your app store, search for National Family Island Regatta. The app is going to pop up. Android users, right now at the moment, the app will be officially released in the Google Play Store on April 11th. So anytime after April 11th, you guys can download that. We do have a testing phase. So if you are interested in getting early access to the app, you can reach out to myself, Carson Gray. You can find me on Facebook, or you can just drop a comment. I will see it possibly after this race. If you are interested in getting early access to the app, if you send me your email address, I can approve you, and you can download the app before April 11th. That's for Android users. So again, that's the National Family Island Regatta app. You guys will be able to watch all of the races live. You will get live notifications as soon as the races are done. And so you won't have to wait, an hour to get the results. The results are sent right to your phone. It's going to be a pretty cool feature. You get to track your favorite boat to see how they're doing. We have some internationals that are away. They wouldn't be able to make the regatta, but hey, we're bringing the regatta to them right on their mobile phones. So I'm going to take a quick break, guys, but this race looks like it's about to get started shortly. We got, I would say, this boat right here to the center of your screen. They've just got to drop back a little bit. These two boats, they got to drop back right behind the buoy, and then they'll be in starting position. And then this race is going to get started. Just do a quick flyover. We do have some folks that have come out to watch the races. I bet I'll just do a quick flyover here into the harbor. And so, yeah, we got a few folks that are out here. And it's good that they're supporting these junior sailors. Some of them are parents, maybe some family members, but they're out here to support these guys. And so again, in just a few minutes, I'm going to get this race started. You're watching the 6th annual Exuma Sailing Club Regatta.
He was a cat island man, a gentleman. He said to be kind to all mankind. A choir master in Ebenezer, in Dumfries at the church upon the hill. Oh, aye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we had some difficulties. They're catching the start, but we're now with you now with the action. This there to your screen, Mako is sailing well. It's gonna get a nice shot in front of the actions, but they are off. The wind has kind of picked up a little bit. See if I can get you guys a nice shot showing all of the fleet. They're pretty spaced out right now, but as we get closer to the upwind mark, we will definitely get some tight shots for you guys so you can see exactly what's going on. This is beautiful Elizabeth Harbor. You're watching the parents race. I think we've got about 10 boats out here. Starting to be corrected. This is the parents race. Let's go ahead and get you guys some nice low tight shots of some of these sailors. Right there in front of your screen, this is Lady Kayla, Josh Knowles and Dallas Knowles, his father. Get a nice shot of them. Dallas is just chilling, of course. Alright, right off behind them, let's see which duo this is coming up. Yeah, this is Miss Agnes. Okay, that's Lukai and Lady. So behind me you can hear a few folks coaching these fellas as they sail. I think right in front of me this is Mako. We're gonna go down and get a nice shot of her. This is Emmett and Tom Reynolds. All right, making their way to the mark. We're gonna spin around to see who we've got coming first at the mark. Looks like it's gonna be Lady Kayla First at the mark. Again, Josh Knowles has been doing an incredible job sailing. And now here the downwind leg. Then looks like it's going to be pretty tight. Yeah, these 4 boats to the top left of your screen. Should be pretty tight coming to the mark. See Mako there with the talk. So right now we have Mako and Lady L heading for the buoy. Off to your right, that's Lady Kayla, who's way out in front. She's got a pretty commanding lead right now. Alright, so there goes Mako. She's around. Next coming up, we've got Lady L. And trying to sneak in there looks like Wave Maker. She didn't quite make it, so I think this is what, Lucayan Lady or Riptide was that? So there goes Lucayan Lady, and then Miss Agnes. And coming up, we've got Two Brothers and Riptide. Again, if you're just joining us, you're watching the parents race. We just had the first series race of the E-class, so now we're ending the day with some fun. Parents have hopped on with their kids, and so now they're enjoying a race together. In just a minute, we're gonna get up to the front of the fleet, but right now, Lady Kayla has a commanding lead. Right there on your screen, that's No Sean and Gold. Alright, so we're just gonna walk up the fleet here. Boats are now on a downwind leg. Nice shot here of Sunny, Sunny, Heidi, and I think their dad's name is Steve. See there, they've got him working. He's not there just chilling on the boat. They're waving for you guys, trying to get Sunny's attention. Sunny's there waving as well.
Let's go. Rose, why you do me bad? Why you do me bad? I'm going every. Say, Rose, you're my everything. You're my everything. I want in this whole world, oh Lord. Why did you leave me? Why you deceive me? Was you looking so good? Why did you leave me? Heaven knows. Shiggity-goo-bamba-doo. Shiggity-goo-bamba-doo. Rock with Santa Joe. Shiggity-goo-bamba-doo. Yeah, yeah. Bust it, bass up, bust it. What up?
Regatta on the speedboat. Don't worry. Be happy.
That's a wife.
In life there's a little trouble. The more you worry, you make it double. Don't worry. Be happy.
This view that you guys are looking at puts it in perspective. See, Lady Kayla's got a pretty good lead out there. Mako is right there behind her. So now they're on the downwind leg. Not sure if they're finishing now or if they're doing one more lap, but I think this is the finish. Let's see if the committee boat is out there lined up. Yep, this is the finish. See Dallas there celebrating. There we go. Cannon just went off. Nice high five there. So these are the 2024 champs. 6th annual ESC Regatta champs. Father and son. Dallas Knowles and Josh Knowles. Congrats to them. We're gonna get you guys a shot now. The next boat's coming in. Somewhat close here for 2nd and 3rd place. It looks like it's going to be Mako. So the Knowles brothers. Looks like they're going to pick up a 1st and 2nd. And then they're going to be followed by Lady L. But let's see what happens. Race isn't over yet. So it looks like Mako's through. So 1st place, Lady Kayla. 2nd place is going to be Mako. 3rd, Lady L. So fourth place is going to be between Mukai and Lady and Miss Agnes. You see them there going across your screen. So this is your fourth, your fifth, and your sixth place boats. These three right here. Gonna see how they finish. Miss Agnes looks like she's trying to gain a little speed. So this is, yep, this is gonna be finished there.
Aircraft will return to the home point in 10 seconds.
Oh, just got a low battery warning, so this race is gonna be wrapping up shortly. But guys, this is the parents race. It's a nice exciting race to end the day off. We're going to be coming to you live at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow. 10:30 a.m. tomorrow is the final day of sailing. And so we're going to wrap up the 6th annual ESC Regatta tomorrow. But thanks for tuning in, guys. Again, you're welcome to join us tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Just a friendly reminder, download the National Family Island Regatta app. It's available now on Apple iOS. Just search the App Store for National Family Island Regatta. And Android users, again, we're going to be available in the Google Play Store on April 11th. So anytime after April 11th, you guys are welcome to just go to the Play Store, load it up, and you will be able to download the Regatta. Thanks again for tuning in with us today, guys. This was the 6th annual ESC Regatta here in beautiful Elizabeth Harbor. Boats are going to be heading back in now to wrap up the day and get ready for tomorrow. Thanks again for tuning in. Signing out.
See, you need to understand that I know lazy gal. So when you said to me that you'll be correctly, there's one thing I can stand is a jokey man. So sharpen up them skills before you try your hand. So you say you're trying to get a chance.